and welcome to this multitudinous reaction stream. Let me just close down Edge. Um, yes, there we go. And the console thing. Um, there we go. Um, anyways, let's get on to the chatting scene. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but type here for chatting. Ah, yes. And I'll be switching over to the multi-stream, although I will be typing on Twitch because that allows me to have actually like faster like response time. Um, yeah, it's oh my lord. Anyways, we're gonna start off today with another Kanokarob another Kanokarob video. This time, it's about how he hosted a Minecraft game show. Mind you, I subscribed to both of these people, Ryan the Scion and Kanokarob. Ryan is actually a really cool guy, from what I hear. Um, it's pretty interesting. Um, I do wonder, like, how would you access this? Wait, religion is not real. Ooh, wait, items in the background? Now I need to find out. And as always, let's go full screen on this. Ha! Okay, just. Oh, it's Kanokarob. I always pronounce it Kanokarob. Is it. Hold on there. Let me just quickly have. No, I don't want to open up File Explorer. Oh my god. No! No, not File Explorer. Um. Come on. Windows and period. Uh, okay. Reaction stream. Let me mute. Sorry, some people just came in, and I had to carefully correct them just in case they accidentally said my real name, which, again, mind you, as a VTuber, is kind of not okay. Um, let me see. Let me get the stinking. Add again. Is it button for the other? Yes. Button symbols. Okay, come on. Behave. Okay, I didn't. I'm sorry. It was a random weird question, but yeah. Let's get back into the video. I guess that was. And sorry about the interruption. Ryan is also behind some really crazy like glitch exploit things as well. In his hardcore world, it's really funny. Honestly, it's like yeah. Also, yeah, I can see why there's like wrong textures and whatnot. It's kind of interesting. Ooh, ooh, that's from the wastes. Yep. Ah, yep. Yep, that one's really cool because nice name. Another guy that Kanokarob's collabed with. You might have heard me just basically fangirling, I guess, over nice name in the previous react that I did for Kanokarob's videos. You can go watch that on the live channel. I still haven't gone and edited it, even though it's literally just cut. Like you just cut it and you post the cut. Like that's literally all it would take. But I'm lazy, so that's all you get. A single live stream with a lot of different stuff. Unless, of course, maybe that was just a single video. But I'm pretty sure I did a multiple reaction thing that time. But either way, you can find it on the live channel. And he actually has been working. Not Ryan, but Nice Name has actually been working on a whole like booth for it, like summit. And I honestly hope that I get to attend just as a player because it means I get to meet so many cool people. I mean, I've already gotten to chat directly with Nice Name, and that it's really cool that he's like doing that. It's also really cool that he's a family guy, so that of course is just like lovely. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Ooh, it sounds fun. Immediately, like the problem with this statement is that the desert well is not even a structure; it's known as a feature. I know that specifically because if you followed my channel at all or gone over to the live channel at all, you'll see that that I was live streaming, especially like early, like late last year. I was live streaming an SMP called Twilight SMP, and one of the challenges in that, like there's no nether, there are no structures, there are no villagers that you can't breed villagers, which is itself just absolutely insane. Like this is a torturous SMP, especially because barely anyone plays it to begin with. um, but we have desert wells, we don't have desert pyramids. If desert wells were a if desert wells were a structure, they wouldn't spawn. But they do spawn because they're a feature. This is something as well that Kanokarob has actually gone into discussion on in one of his videos. I forget which one. That's my answer. Oh my lord. They're grasping at straws here. Creamsicle. Tisk tisk. Wow. Called it. Called it. Called it. Called it. Called it. Me one. Okay, so three types of ice blocks. Regular ice, which forms on the surface of water in low temperatures. Packed ice, which can be crafted from nine ice blocks. And yada yada yada. These all generate naturally in the world and can also be mined with this. Um, there are well, there are technically four types, if we include frosted ice, because in vanilla we have regular ice, which does form on the surface of water. We have packed ice, which can be crafted from nine ice blocks, and blue ice, which is crafted from nine packed ice. Like this is true. This part is all true. And they do all generate naturally, and all three of these can be mined with Silk Touch. But the problem is that you're not including frosted ice, which is itself technically an ice block. And it's not generated naturally. You have to be wearing a silk. You have to be wearing a frostwalker, a pair of frostwalker boots. What? Uh, uh, yes, yes, I got it. I knew. Well, no, it's not chiseled stone bricks. Chiseled stone bricks, I believe, are regular skeletons. It's prismarine. It's like chiseled prismarine bricks or something like that. Come on. Oh, that's right. I I know that it's the prismarine. I forgot that it was just like concentric squares. I should remember that because it's very similar, I believe, to the lodestone. I believe it's used to craft a lodestone as well, but I could be wrong there. Oh man, I got that botched. Yeah, I guess it is quartz blocks. I guess I mixed it up because in the texture pack that I use, they are put on uh, the prismarine bricks. Yeah. Let me actually look that up. Yeah, we have that. Oh, right. Yep, that's correct. Um, the old design of the warden and a skeleton. Ah, that is right. But what was the skeleton one? Huh. Hmm. Oh, I think it was dark prismarine that it was using as like a chiseled with a face and whatnot. I did get a response from Kanokarob. Man, I can't do it right even now. Oh lord. And it is actually Kanokarob. My lord, I wow, we learn every even I'm learning stuff about his name. Wow. Yay. Okay, Piglin. I don't think Piglin brutes spawn in peaceful. And Piglins and Hoglins spawning in peaceful is only something that got very recently introduced. So there's that. I don't know about the passive shulkers. Um, and I do know that I'm pretty sure that wolves still spawn in peaceful. Um, I'm pretty sure Endermen don't because technically they're like hostile only under certain circumstances, but they don't really spawn. I could be mistaking that though. I mean, people do beat peaceful mode, so I'd assume that like Endermen still spawn. I could be wrong though. Mm. Huh. Uh, Kanye. How did they do that? That is hilarious. Ooh. Hmm. I believe that one is epic. Oh, oops. Hmm. Epic. Hmm. I think it's a rare. Oh, is that rare? Huh. I'm so bad at this. Is that rare? It's rare? Ah. I believe it was actually added in 1.21.10. Yeah. It's either the 1.21.10 or 1.21.8. I think it was 1.21.8 because that was around the time like Chase the Skies was very soon followed by the whole like the Minecraft movie joke thing. But yeah. Hmm. I haven't used it, so it is. Ah. Was it 1.13? I mean, granted, like 1.12 is when mods, like a lot of mods got locked. I mean, from Minecraft Comes Alive, that ended up getting like Minecraft Comes Alive Reborn, but the original Minecraft Comes Alive ended at 1.21 not 1.21, 1.12.2. I'm so used to saying 1.21 dot something because like that's the main version of that's the number that's been like basically like that itself, like it was released in 2024, and it's only been in 2026 that we've actually stopped using the 1.21. Like it's basically been a year and a half with multiple different updates to the game. Although technically they're all drops and patches and whatnot, so we ended up changing that, which is, I mean, I'm not going to say much about that. It's interesting, I guess, but yeah. Um, I'm not familiar with data packs other than like using them in the modern version, so I'm not going to be able to answer like find where the problem is here. Although I suspect that test 4 is different from execute. Hmm? Huh. I had no idea about that. That is actually really cool. I mean, I think you talked about adding new in town to that. Mhm. Um, 10? I believe there is a separate tab. It depends on the version. I'm pretty sure that there's that spawn eggs in Bedrock are contained within a specific. I think they're all contained within a different tab. This, I'm almost certain, at least in Bug Rock, that this is false. Um, Beds being in both, I'm not sure. I don't really use creative mode all that much. I'm absolute dog shit at actually like building in the game. But yeah, this is, I have no idea, genuinely. Come on. Oh, how do you get it? Oh, no wonder I had no idea. That is so cool. That is genuinely super cool. Hmm. I mean, even the Blockopedia, I believe, says that you can only get like command blocks and whatnot through commands, a not through a tab on the creative menu. And that was written all the way back by the update like 1.18, I think it was. Um, because if I recall correctly, Spore Blossoms or something wasn't added in 1.17. Like there was a block that was in 1.18 that wasn't in 1.17, and it was added. Um, basically, like it was like the whole design was like written around like, dang it, um, around basically it was like mostly 1.17, but there was a bit of 1.18 in there. I forget exactly, but yeah, it said you can only get these things through commands, not through a creative tab. But again, maybe they were just hiding it. I don't know, but it probably got added like after 1.18's original release, maybe in a patch. Let's find that out. And I knew it. It was after 1.18. It's part of 1.19. Then you have the official Minecraft thing here. You had the inventory here, the creative inventory. You can get it from B, added ore blocks, creative mode, remove creative inventory for some reason in dev, and then it added like the item selection page with items and no characters, similar to the creative mode one in 0.30. Cake blocks and sugarcane are available alongside cake and sugar cane items in the creative inventory. It's sorted, yada yada. I added snow layers in 1.3.1, uh, reordered spawn eggs in 1.1. Mind you, spawn eggs were added in 1.1 as well. Um, uh huh. Yeah, this was the first week of that. Potions, yada yada. 1.9, 1.11, 1.16, 1.17, huge 1.17 thing. Um, 1.16 was added. Polished backstone and whatnot. Um, 1.19, 1.19.3. This apparently was a huge one. Like it overhauled the creative inventory and wait, it's incompatible with 1.19.2. What? How? Wait, when did the oh Ender Dragon Spawn Egg and Wither Spawn Egg are only available through commands. Ooh, okay. I did not know any of this stuff, but it added an operator. It added operator blocks to that, but then it added this in 22W45A. Okay, that is something that I had no clue about. That is cool. I am learning about the game that I have literally obsessed over for pretty much my entire life. I did not know any of this stuff. This is cool. Well, 2.0 will never exist. They went from 1.21.11 to 26.1. Mm-hmm. 1.19.3, specifically point 0.3. Um, because, I mean, 1.19.2 is incompatible with 1.19.3. I'm not exactly sure why. That's something I could probably look into later. Um, if you know, say put it in the comments below. Uh, Even though nobody's going to actually be watching this, if you've gotten this far, like put your thoughts down in the comments. I also just rather see like how long have I been actually like live streaming for? 36 minutes. Why am I over in Modrant? Ah, come on. hmm. I mean, there's this one guy that literally played and beat the game without ever like learning anything outside of his playthrough. Never looked at the chat, like learned stuff as he went. Um, had no idea how to do anything really, and I believe he still beat the game. So, I mean, he used the advancements tab. He ended up using a painting to the wither painting to summon the wither, although he did it in his own home. Um, but like you punch the first tree, you defeat the ender dragon, and like the advancements will do it. They used to be called achievements, and then it's like some of them are hidden, so you don't know how to do certain ones. You have to look those up. But yeah, it's really interesting. I'm not sure where the fail is. I'm not sure where the fail is. Wait. Ah. Hmm. Wait, what? Hold on. I had. What is it then? It's an achievement, not an advancement. Oh, I mean, I thought achievements were removed from the game at one point. Huh, interesting. Ah, oh. I mean, I grew up basically playing Minecraft in 1.1, albeit on the Xbox 360, so technically it was TU title update 9. I used to think that TU meant tutorial, so it was like tutorial 9. It took me so long to realize that no, it's actually just title update 9 instead of like tutorial. Um, but punching a tree did actually give you an achievement as well as like looking in your inventory. And then of course 1.12 changed literally like after 1.12 like 1.13 literally changed pretty much everything humanly possible about the game while still like keeping the whole Minecraft be Minecraft thing. Time to strike. Mm. Uh-oh. Ooh. Easy, it does. It does. Nothing. It doesn't. Nope. If you get hero of the village, yes, they do drop items, but it's not because you kill them. It's because they just drop it in front of you. Hmm. Normally they don't. But if it has armor put on it, like if any animal or mob has had armor put on it and gets killed, it will drop that armor, but it does not spawn with the normal armor on. And I'm pretty sure if it was a zombified villager that had full armor on, um, I'm pretty sure it drops everything that it's holding and like all the armor and whatnot. I could be wrong about that though. Just like his ego, it expanded so large and then deflated really fast. Sorry, Dylan, I had to make that joke. If you just kill them outright, they don't drop anything. But I think if they get killed with lightning, or they at least get struck with lightning, they drop a bowl. So it depends on how they get killed. Oh right, seagrass. Ah. It does sometimes. It sometimes drops an axe, sometimes drops emeralds, sometimes will also drop other stuff depending on whether it's a raid captain. But I'm pretty sure it always at least drops an emerald. Whoa. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. it can drop a Nautilus shell, if I recall, like, the change logs and whatnot correctly. Granted, I haven't gone around killing, like, um, I haven't gone around, like, killing Nautiluses or anything. So, okay. Hmm. Healing the Wandering Trader itself will not drop anything, but potentially if it's connected to the llamas, it might drop the leads. Um, Definitely if you kill the llamas, you'll get the leather and the lead. I'm not quite sure about the trader itself. And even then, technically, it's not dropping anything, it's just no longer connected to the leads, so the leads break. Oh, oh right, I forgot about that. I should have remembered that because I believe that Mudflaps actually used that mechanic. So did Mog Swamp and Wumba in their like um, water like liquids only thing. Yeah, good job, Creamsicle. Whoa, whoa, hold on. Yep. Pretty sure they do spawn. I'm pretty sure redstone can spawn in a woodland mansion. Don't know about a diamond axe or a diamond sword, but I think they actually could. So actually I'd say I'd say actually redstone can spawn in a woodland mansion. Unless the actually is that he didn't find a golden apple, which yeah. Yes. Yeah. Whoa! Hold on, hold on. Oh. It wasn't called wool back then, it was called cloth. Actually, sorry. Actually, it wasn't called wool back then, it was called cloth. Did no one not? I'm starting to doubt myself with the cloth thing. Data-driven blocks when? Please, Mojang. Ooh. Um, a- an anvil, beep, an anvil falling on the ground. I believe also and breaking, but at least it falling on the ground. A skeleton getting killed. A skeleton getting hurt. A skeleton getting hurt. It's a stray. Is it a parched? It sounds like a parched. So, sounds like a parched. Oh, it's a bogged. I forgot about the bogged. I So now we have three variants of skeletons besides the normal one. We have the stray, which was added in 1.10, the Frostburn update. We have the Bogged, which was added in 1.21, um, the Tricky Trials update, and then we have the Parched, which was added in 1.21.11, Mounts of Mayhem. I forgot about the Bogged. I legitimately forgot the Bogged existed. My lord. That is a barrel closing, I believe. Opening or closing. Mm-hmm. What does that sound like? I need to hear that again. What is that? It sounds kind of like a shulker almost. It is. Huh. A wither shooting a skull. No, it's a wither. It's a wither, right? It sounds like a wither. It sounds like a wither. No, it's not. Yes! Yeah. I had to endure that sound so many times in both the whole like fighting the 41 withers in the first time I ever fought a wither actually as well. Uh, I kept on dying to that wither. That was so annoying. As well as the whole like fighting the wither inside Endercrest situation. That was interesting as well. Hmm. I don't recognize that sound. Oh, what is that sound? I don't know that one. Is it? Is that an evoker or something? A Ravager? What is it? Oh. Well, the illusioner is you just can't spawn it in normally. That's the thing. A Skulk Shrieker going off. Mm. Is that? I need to hear that again. Like, oh great, now I'm needing to. That's either a husk converting to a zombie or a zombie converting to a drowned. It's a husk converting to a zombie. Yes. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mhm. Wait, real life skills? Hmm. I'm also pretty sure it doesn't like say like it doesn't you don't share personal information and I don't think it allows you to like I don't think it says that you should meet people in real life regardless of being in a friend with a friend or in a public place. Mm. Oh. Mm-hmm. 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 Hold on. Hello? Excuse me? Yes. So yeah, that is. I hosted a Minecraft game show. Mine, actually. By Kanokarob. Um, yeah. I'm just gonna say, like, that is. I mean, we're deleting that one. That was a really, really interesting video, honestly. I really liked it. But, um, I've been drinking a bit of water. I need to use the bathroom. Sorry, guys. Yay. Well, I am back. And, don't know why I got a ping. Oh. Hmm. Anyways, now we're getting on to the chapter plus stuff. So I just wanted to point out, um, Hillcrest, Hillcrest season one, honestly was like one of the most upsetting. Yeah, I was like, finally some answers because in Hillcrest season one, it ended on a very it ended on a very unfinished note. Like it was very unfinished. Um, they had a lot of Sherikovs smoking guns, a lot of them. You had Storm, the main character, literally saving the world from her evil mother, but because of her ability, because of her genetics, she was inherently deemed evil. Like she was wrong by genetics because of her parents. She was considered evil. She had to literally have her genetics changed because she had a superpower that nobody else had that was like super overpowered and yada 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 yada, and it was like considered super evil. And because of all that, they ended up expelling her and removing the power, and she never even really got to say goodbye to one of her best friends from the series, that being Kennedy. Mind you, Kennedy is also a very big question mark because like she got severely injured and almost I think died even in one of the previous episodes of Hillcrest. I'll need to like go rewatch it again, but it was it was genuinely like one of the most upsetting series. I'm not even making that up. Like you had Kennedy super injured. You did not know anything about her. Like there was no answer. Storm just had to leave. It was super unsatisfying. I genuinely like it was one of my most hated series. And I'm kind of glad though that we're actually getting it come to have a comeback because we can finally get answers. As I said, finally. Come on. Wait. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna. Anyway, but like I'm gonna put those in the thing, but like the storm was expelled from Hillcrest after her magic became too powerful and unpredictable. Branded a danger to others, she vanished from the magical world, only to reemerge stronger than ever. But this sounds like they're retconning her literally having her power deleted. And like she was expelled not just because she had a bad power. Her power was deemed evil, so she had it removed, and because she no longer had a power, she was expelled. It was just scummy all around, and I honestly was like super upset about it. But I'm hoping that we get more answers. Also, I just really like the renders done here. Um, the facial expressions, the 3D skin texture things. But yeah, let's get on to the actual video. You know, their usual intro for the newer stuff. I think they changed it actually, but ooh. Hmm. Wait, what? Why is Ken? Sounds like Kennedy's back. I have not watched this in a while. I really need to go back and rewatch it. Hmm. Left. What? What? Hold on. What? And why is Kennedy so angry? Like, what? Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Let's go back and restart it again. Like I need to pick this apart. I forgot to put captions on. So this seems like it's from the ending of the previous season, but it could be a teaser for the next season. Um, Not quite sure why the air horn's going though. I'm pretty sure that's Storm, although I have not watched this in so long. Sounds like that's Kennedy, so I guess the other girl must have been Storm or something. I don't know. But Kennedy got seriously injured, and like she apparently had a boyfriend who was like freaking out over her. Honestly, this is very very similar to like Hailcrest is very similar to Megan is Not Dumb's ending for um, Angels Fallen or something like that. I forget what it was exactly what it was called. But like her series like ended basically with the main with her lead character's boyfriend being like, "Hey, save some hot chocolate for me," and then immediately just outright dying, and that was like the end of the series. I've been told that oh, like Megan's in college and doing college stuff, but it's like, come on, like, what, can't you like at least give some teasers or something? Her Discord's completely gone. Like she barely posts even on Twitter or anything. But yeah, it's kind of sad, honestly. But you have Kennedy apparently coming back, mad at the other character for leaving her. Like, weren't they literally trying to like save the planet? Yeah, I'm trying to like, why are the sparkles there? That's a good question. That seems rather sinister. Like something's wrong with Kennedy. I really think something is seriously wrong. Also, like I'm pretty sure Kennedy's eyes aren't like this that sickly piss yellow originally. That could have been something that changed. I think something happened to Kennedy that like really changed her. Oh, that one line in particular, like you left me. Now it's been almost a year since I actually watched Hillcrest. I was just like so devastated by the non-ending that I ended up just like I don't want to touch this series again. It was like very raw. And honestly, like having a season 2 trailer, it's already like really cool because I mean, it shows that that's not the ending. The main sore spot was that the ending was so like it was so unfinished. Like in real life you do have unfinished stories and you do have situations, but this is a story, not real life. So having like a comeback story is really like helpful. And they're like fighting. Is that Storm though, right? Hold on. I'm pretty sure this guy is the guy from that other school. Again, we'll have to go back through and like rewatch that all. But like she had talked with the guy with her own with her special ability, and like he had then like come on and join us over where your ability isn't considered illegal. And it was a very interesting story, honestly. Hillcrest Universe. So that's the HU thing there. So, I mean, I don't know what the SU symbol thing was per se, but you have these, and then you have like the four magic powers or whatever. Storms, I think, was like some dark magic. I'll definitely need to actually like go through and rewatch the whole series, but I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure like who these two people are. Again, as I've said repeatedly, I haven't watched it in a while. I definitely will need to like once I'm done with this lengthy reaction stream. Mind you, like there's lukewarm, there's Revelations, and there's Dreamscape. Uh, Pretty lengthy ones. All like this one's about half an hour. These two are both like 20 minutes or so, and I'm probably gonna be taking even longer than normal. People would just like watch it and just like watch because I'm going to be commenting a lot on it. That's just what I do. And of course, if you can hear it in the background, I have the harasser guy that's probably going to be like trying to make it longer by just consistently interrupting and trying to scare me off. But as you might remember, if you watched the March 11th VOD about the Celestia Mart harassment situation, I will still continue the reaction stream to the very end, even if it means that I will have to viciously fight tooth and nail just to do so. But anyway, so we have these two characters. I assume this is the Dean, and she's very clearly like thinking. Also, just like you can see that they're trying to do it, but because it's like one single entity thing instead of elbows, they basically have to shove the entire shoulder down, which is a really funny thing to think about. Like if you want to move your arm up instead of bending your elbow, your shoulder literally just drops down. Yes, I have just now cursed your mind with that image. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Storm. Then who's the guy behind her? I think that's HP. I'm not quite sure who that is, but yeah. So that's the same person as in that previous scene there, who was like doing the whole thinking pose. So I guess she has like the fire power or something. Then she's fighting against this guy. Not quite sure. Wait, is that the other guy in that whole image? No, his hair's black instead of brown. Yeah, she would have gone back, but she couldn't because number one, her ability was supposed to have been deleted. Number two, as I've said repeatedly, her ability was literally evil. Like her ability was considered to be just the essence of pure evil, despite the wielder being a good person. Like having a sequel series to this is going to be so rewarding to watch. But yeah, this is genuinely like a really cool one. Yeah, this is definitely really cool. Mind you, this was just like 2 days ago. So moving from Hillcrest to a series that's actually been out for quite some time, actually. Um, yeah, the recent, the most recent episode. Um, uh, Let me see. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Wait. Videos. It's over there. But the finale was actually March 22nd, 2026. So it was 360 days after the first episode released. This is, from what I hear, it's a very good series. I've only really watched a couple episodes, but I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm basically not sure what it's going to be, but you can see like the same design. I should say, if I recall correctly, Hillcrest, like this Chapter Plus logo for Hillcrest, like that whole thing was different, and then they changed to this current one about halfway through. I could be mistaken about that, but yeah, this series, from all accounts, it's an absolute banger. Interesting. There's like a salute that they have to do. They they unsheath their swords as he walks through, and they bang it on the ground twice. I don't know if that's gonna come up later, but oh, almost forgot closed captions. Suits of armor. He's walking down it. I think they made a mistake there. It could be a mistake. It could not be a mistake, but this is, I'm pretty sure, supposed to represent redstone, but it's blue. Reminds me of that hilarious little mishap from the Village and Pillage update trailer where a villager was shown throwing up a blue redstone, like a blue retextured redstone dust item. Yes, I'm a nerd. It's called having an intelligent, functioning brain. Is that like a? That's a okay. That's a stack of papers. Is this like an office or a meeting hall? What's going on here? Honestly, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be a dining hall, but the dude's all alone. Yep. I should say, like, if this was based in normal Minecraft, you'd just find a witch hut and they'd just start farming witches because witches do drop redstone. It's not very fast, but they do. You can renew redstone that way. Uh, I'm pretty sure that's actually how Mog Swamp actually got his redstone to like any quantity, is because of a witch farm. But again, it's not very efficient. I'm pretty sure witches are the only ones that drop redstone as well. So that'll be interesting. This was so basically this guy. I'm pretty sure is one of the main characters in the series. Um, he's a young prodigy that's going to be like studying how redstone works. Mind you, I've only really seen episode one, maybe some of episode two or so, but not actually the full series. So I'm very fuzzy on what happens. There are a few scenes that I've also like participated in, like for voice acting classes where we read the script. I actually read the script as a girl without realizing I was my character was a girl, so that was funny. Um, yeah, Ha ha. That's what people say, and then you find out that the dad's dead from like respiratory failure. I love that touch of like having the train huffing in synchronization with the music. Just got to say that. I love this design. Like it's supposed to be like ice spikes with stuff, but they're using like white glazed terracotta with some like boulders made out of either black or red stained terracotta, like baked or whatever it's called. I think it's stained. This is again really good set design too. Again, like limits of set design and render distance means that this ends right here instead of like going on further. I wonder what it would have looked like if they'd used something like distant horizons or something. That would be interesting. Hmm. Hmm. I'm pretty sure this is like the lukewarm area. Then I'm pretty sure this is Crimson Forest. I'm not quite sure what the other names are, but this is. Hmm. Ooh. Well, I love how it's like go smoke yourself instead of go fuck yourself here. Very well done. Um, Also, like in this appears to be a meritocracy, and in a meritocracy, your standing is determined by how quality you are, how much you actually can bring to the table. Otherwise, you're basically worthless. Um, and If you're a Garnet, that means you're the best of the best, which means you actually do deserve a higher standard. Um, Unlike certain people that I know who literally bring nothing to the table and demand everything instead. Huh. the, the voice of a man who's just had the wind taken out of his sails even more. Hmm. 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 So, wow. Hmm. Wait, so Eve, basically the Redstone Princess girl is the person who owns the Blue Comet, the one, the train that Peter got on. That's that's an interesting tie-in. I missed the first time around. Then again, I must missed everything. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, is this wasn't that literally what the dad had just said to his daughter? Sounds like this is like a tie-in between Eve and Peter here. I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it ends up getting played a bit more, but I could be wrong there. It's a clockwork automaton. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. 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 Uh, there's like one of the main people at Chapter Plus is actually the voice for this guy. Um, he does a stellar job so much. It's hilarious. Hmm. Oh, wrong one. Oh, they got. Okay, yeah, I was wrong the first time. Her train is different from the Blue Comet. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time they meet, which is really funny. Oh. I don't know if you know this, but there's a meme for Megamind. It's like he's looking up at the camera. No bitches. Oh my lord. Hmm. 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 Huh. Oh, her name's Everly. Wait, excuse me? Oh my lord. Oh, they had to throw that in there. I should also say it's very clearly like modded. Like all this stuff is very clearly modded. We don't actually. Wait, no. Do we actually have that? I'm pretty sure we don't have like prismarine pillars or anything, which is the best thing I could come up with for this. Unless they're using a resource pack to change the purple pillar from, well, purple to cyanish. And this could, I'm pretty sure that this isn't the correct color for warped wood. Again, I'm pretty sure like all this could be done with a resource pack instead of a mod, but I could be wrong. Of course, the train itself is very clearly modded. Okay. I put all these insensitive things, all these ridiculous, like, cancelable things, and they put it into the mouth of a freaking clockwork. This is hilarious. Right. I just love how he realizes that he was just so kind of hostile towards the princess, and he's basically just been doing this with the freaking princess of the place. That is just. Oh. If there's ever a live action adaptation, that scene would be so funny to watch. Nope. She doesn't want to give up the valuable information of their weakness. That's why. Crimson Forest, I believe. Why is it going backwards? Ooh. Oh, Hmm. Mm. Mhm. Ha. If I recall correctly, Crimson was planning to betray the lukewarm and absolutely like decimate them and whatnot. They literally said he was running dry. So, I mean, this is the kind of lie that you'd tell to keep the people from freaking out. But I mean, Otto clearly is trying to be part of this whole thing. And, anyways, like this is a very interestingly done political series from what I can recall and from what I've heard about it. It's it's not partisan per se. Like it talks about politics in this context, but it's not like, oh, this is political, oh, evil, evil, like Hassan Piker stuff. It's actually well done. Ooh. Just build a frickin' witch farm, okay? Just drop them witches in and kill them, and you got infinite redstone. That's easy. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. Hmm. Why do they? Hmm. Whoa. What? What? Uh, bro. So you're basically telling me, you're telling me that the Crimson Forest decided that they were going to take matters into their own hands and literally destroy the vault and steal all the redstone. Like, that is literally the most counterproductive thing you could do. If the problem is they don't have enough redstone, you stealing more will only make it worse. It's like, oh, the pump isn't functioning right. We need more water to get it to prime. And then you steal the rest of the water. How the hell are they supposed to get the pump primed to the rest of the way? It just does not make sense. It's completely illogical and highly destructive. Now, I'm gonna delay like watching the next episodes. Um, but so that just doesn't really make sense at all. Like, why would you do that? It's just so problematic, and it's just outright stupid. I'm sorry, but it's just so stupid. Anyways, let's get on to let's get on to Blue Flame Studios. The Revelations of Sleeping Angel. This is the last episode I actually watched myself. Episodes 8 through 17, I have not actually gone and watched yet. Um, this is yeah. Wait, evil carrots. When were carrots evil? Hmm. You ship the prince with Anna's partner request. Excuse me? Hold on. I mean, the prince himself. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure the prince and Rebecca are the canon ship. Like, I don't know if it's actually been confirmed. I don't know if I got it confirmed yet directly from the creators, but I have heard something about that potentially being the case later on in the series. Um, yeah. One often meets their fate on the road he takes to avoid it. Avon and Nana are the faves. Adeline and Ronan and the Prince. But yeah, it's like it's a really good series, surprisingly so. This was this was several months ago, actually. I have not really gotten to reacting to it yet, but yeah, about time too. Oh, I'm sorry. Huh. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna grab some stuff. I should also point out, just for those of you who haven't watched it or who missed certain episodes of my react, because of course I forgot to upload them to YouTube. Um, Anastasia is like her voice actress was cast after like a certain deadline, so she didn't actually get to hear all the proper like names, but she was still a good sport about it. And I think later on in the series, like her character is like gonna start pronouncing the names correctly again because like she got the time to and everything. But again, that could be completely wrong. I'm not sure though. Oh. Should say. So Keith is, if I recall, Keith is actually um, voiced by the actual like main owner of the series, and this is the series is like co-creator voicing this guy. It's so much fun, especially when I got to like just relentlessly tease this guy's voice actor, just constantly rage baiting him. I think that might have been one of the two episodes I lost though, unfortunately. Whoa. Wow. Aggressive much? Hmm. She's very funny though. Ha ha. Not really. That mirror, I'm pretty sure, is in the possession of the king's friend. I think the king's friend is actually the last remaining member of that original group that didn't get corrupted or something. Again, like there are 17 episodes to this. I'm on episode 7. I have not watched any of the finishing the rest of them. Um, I'm gonna be doing a lot of catch up. That's when he reveals. That's when he reveals that he actually had one of them. Um, Mind you, so this is the last episode that I've actually watched. I haven't watched any of the others. So like he reveals that he has it. Also, a sphere in Minecraft. What guts you have to do that? Oh my lord. It's always funny because the subtitles always say Ralph instead of Rao, Rao. That's always funny. What? This is like the flashback. Okay, I'm not gonna get like the copyright strikes for this, but yeah, yeah. Poison Lips by Easton. Yeah, Hmm. The uncle? Who's the who's the king's brother? I mind you, like it's been a while since I've done any reactions to this. Um, so I wouldn't really. It's kind of fuzzy, kind of like with Hillcrest and a difference engine. But yeah, who's the king's brother? Yeah. Wait a minute. Why is it so blurry? You know what? I'm just gonna do this one. Okay, that's not helping. That's not helping at all. Hmm. 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 Mhm. And obviously, the last one being the destruction fragment. Oh. Whoa, that is a vicious bird. Oh, wow, that is. Hmm. Obviously, this is Acheron, in case you couldn't tell. This scene alone is one of the most shocking ones. I'm pretty sure this is the reveal one. Um, yeah, yeah, it's very cool. Well, it's also very creepy though, so. Hmm. Was it unjust seizure or very just seizure? There's a big difference, sir. I don't think you noticed that though. Hmm. Hmm. This this mechanic thing is the big reveal thing. It's crazy cool. Wow. Hmm. Except for the sun. He knows that. He knows it already. I should probably say so. One of the lines of a villain, like one of the well, one of the defining characteristics of a good villain, from what I've from like all the good villains that I've seen, is that the question isn't why are you doing this. Sometimes it's like why not. Like that's the kind of villain that you're actually scared of. Some of the villains that we have nowadays are they're just like petulant children, honestly, which is genuinely on it's genuinely disgusting. But then you have like villains. that are like, "Oh, I want to take it over," and it's like, "Why did you murder all these people?" And it's like, "Why not? They're in the way." Yes. Ooh. Yeah. In case you couldn't tell, this is Avon's mother. That's the whole big reveal thing. Like this is Avon's mother, and like the whole thing is like she's wanting to see her child again. He believes that she could have been dead. I honestly like from all that I've heard, his little sister though is dead. Her daughter, which is probably the saddest part about the entire story because like she's just an innocent little girl. Why'd you have to kill her off? But yeah, it's a really this is a shock. And then, in case you didn't notice, I don't know if it's back here or something, but like there was a rather important uh, frame. I think I've called it out before, but you'll see it later in the video, I believe. Yep. I just wanted to point out, like this for the spoilers from like what I've said before, mind you, like I don't know how far it's gonna go. Like I don't know what's gonna happen in episodes 8 through 17, but this is the sleeping angel from the intro. This is that character who wakes up. But hmm, it's not laughter, it's crying. A mother's love knows no bounds. So speech. What? Excuse me? But yeah, this is. Come on. I'm just gonna skip the intro and outro because technically I don't have permission to use it in my videos, even though I'm literally using it in a reaction. So yeah, this is episode 7, the last episode of the series that I've ever actually watched myself. Um, yeah, this is it's genuinely a really well put together series so far. I'm not sure where it'll go from now, but it's it's genuinely a really interesting series so far. And from here on out, I'll have no idea about it. Yeah, I do need to use the bathroom again. So I'll be back in a short bit. I also just need to grab a bit more food. I'm hungry. Well, we have one last episode to get through, and one last video or two, I guess. I might as well like do the second one to get caught up and finished. But yeah, this has been a pretty interesting stream so far. Fortunately, Mr. Harassment Campaign hasn't been too interference. It hasn't been too much of an interference. Also, oh wow, it's been almost 2 hours 40 minutes that I've been live streaming. Oh lord. I'm just chatting. But now we're off to this. And I think I might actually end up doing this one. But the first episode was like the 16th. Um, which novel is she referencing? I don't know. I think that one. Oh, huh. Do androids dream of electric sheep? I have never heard of that. Anyways, so this is episode one. I should say, like, I actually have been banned from her Discord for asking her if she could like join my debut because it was like self promotion and self promotion's not allowed. And I was like, I just what did like I look up to you as a content creator. Like, why are you throwing me under the bus? Why? Kind of the same thing like with Nature of Gaming, which Nature is really Nature is pretty cool. So is Narfi. Narfi is just the best. Cringy Goal has actually like outright vouched for Narfi. Like, this dude is so cool. Um, but it's really cool. It's just really really nice, honestly. But Awesome is Blue, Chris Jackson, Samuel Hanyolava, Jason Fung, MoonIntensity herself is the main character. Not surprising. The Discord, I've been banned and whatnot. But I have never seen this before. Sorry, I've never watched it before. I've seen it on my on my watch feed repeatedly. Um, it's from 10 days ago, and then the next episode. So hopefully, in like 4 days or so, the next episode's gonna be released. I really hope so. I think this might be Moon, just like the haircut, maybe. I don't know, but I don't have. I really want to know what's going on here. So without further ado, closed captions are on, and let's get started. An Intensity Studios production. Hmm. I love the captions. This is just so funny. Exactly my feeling at the end of the Megan is Not Dumb series. Not quite that part, though. And she falls asleep. Hmm. How does she do this? Like, what mods are she using? This is so cool. Ha ha. I can. That's how I know that doesn't really say much. I've felt pain in dreams. I've literally had. Then again, maybe it was because the cats literally just were running over me. But I've had dreams where I've had dreams where the cats literally like ran over my face. And I felt them running over my face. I mean, then again, it was probably because they both did, which is really funny because if that's the case, then they had both literally been in my bedroom at the time when they were not supposed to even be there in the first place. There's obviously an ulterior motive. Lou, the same guy that thought that she was just being like a waste of time. Wow. Wait. Hmm. Ooh. Hmm. So, just judging by this, I'm pretty sure neurotech is a stand-in for the large corporations, like YouTube and Google and Microsoft. But it's a bit different. Like this sci-fi is a lot different from the sci-fi we're probably going to actually be getting. Um, Granted, this sci-fi is also a lot more interesting than having all the identity stolen and used against you by anyone who has an actual computer and the ability to hack. Yeah. Jeez. No. Nina, do not steal the hoverboard. Do not the hoverboard. How's that cat able to push down the monitor? Ooh. This is making me want to start writing my own script, okay? This is unfair. Why don't they have any eyes? None of them have any eyes. This isn't the Mandela catalog. Why do they not have eyes? This is. Hmm. I'm hoping they do. She's trying to prime her dreams. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Also, when was the whole like um when what when was the 1556? Okay. Wait. Wait, what? Ooh. Okay, okay. Yeah, I am definitely continuing this. So that's episode one. We're going straight to episode two. This is just too good. Let me see. Is there like a quiz this time around as well? No. Hmm. Ooh. Declan Cross. Who's this guy? Huh. Oh dear. Huh. Ah, good God, Lisa. Huh. This is funny, just having her constantly slapping herself. Hmm. 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 I know. Hmm. This guy is a little too nice, uh, in my opinion. Like he's he's very suspicious. That's my main takeaway from this guy. He's um he's a little too like this is the kind of guy that you'd expect to like have Nina then be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna trust you," and then stabs her in the back or something. He's the owner of a giant company, the giant corporation, and you know, no corporation owner is ever squeaky clean. There is some really ulterior motive. It there's always something very shady happening. From the Lego scandal with bricks and minifigs that's going on, which absolute despicable nature there, to Google shoving AI up everyone's asses like some communal butt plug, to Mojang and Microsoft literally like stealing the trademark and copyright for the original Skyblock from Noob Crew. um, there's no actually true um, completely squeaky clean corporation. Every corporation has that dark side, has that thing that they don't want to reveal. And the question for this is, what is that sneaky thing going to be for Neurotech? What is that dark turn that this story is going to take, where Declan is going to reveal that he's always been evil? You know? It's constantly saying green tech, green tech. What is green tech? That the definition seems to have been forgotten. Yeah, I called it. Hmm. Eva seems like the actual villain here, at least. Declan seems to be more not egotistical. He seems to be more along the lines of altruistic, almost kind of naive, maybe with a little hint of that corporation scum. But Eva is very clearly a villain here. Like they're giving off such good villain vibes here. It's so obvious. A bit. So now this is very interesting because with the information we have two separate parties all saying very different things. You have Rogue and Blue who are they set themselves up to be like these nice people. They're written to be like these underdogs trying to take down this evil corporation. But then you have a corporation that apparently seems to be wanting to actually do a good thing for the planet, but according to the underdog people, they're not actually doing it. And you have the underdogs mocking the corporations people who are like these highly trained, highly skilled, super helpful people. This is really interesting. You have two separate sides of the story, and we don't yet know which one's the truth. It's very well done. What's that? That's interesting. You could easily, though, turn this into a death game. You just make it so that like whatever's down below kills you, that the ball kills you, and then you can make it very interesting. I suspect, hypothetically speaking, like if Neurotech is actually a villain here, what you'd end up doing is you would basically you would take the people you capture, the prisoners, and basically like if they're supposed to be executed, you make them play like rubble ball until like one last man stands or whatever, and then you recruit them or something like that. That would be an interesting take on rubble ball. I would not be surprised if that ends up actually being the case. But regardless, I'm really interested in how this is going to go. Hmm. 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 She's going to try to leave. Yep. Ah. Ha. Your bathroom is right there. They don't even. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Hmm. Imagine if Eva's the ex-wife. That would be so funny. Okay. Hmm. Why are they so aggressive? Okay, so that's Neurotech episode 2 of Dreamscape so far. Um, hmm. This is really this is really interesting so far. Ha. Hmm. But this is yeah. So that is this is all Dreamscape has so far. It's probably going to have a few new episodes coming soon. So yeah, after almost 3.5 hours, my stream is basically done now. And thank you for watching. Uh, the, the nobody who's at all even paying attention to it at all whatsoever. Um, and I I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And as always, stay safe, stay sane, and stay whole.